Antipodes, it means penal colony at the bottom of the world and really good water. And if you feel those fuzzy bits coming up to your nose, those are angels kissing you. So thank you very much, Antipodes, for sponsoring this episode and keeping us well hydrated. Now, on with the show. Welcome back to Redlining. Rich, how you going, bro?
I'm good. Did you miss me?
I missed you very much, actually. Today is the show just dedicated to Rich because we get kinky. We're getting down and dirty. We're getting leather and chainy. Because on the show tonight, we've got Juan Sanchez. I was going to say your middle name, but I'm not because it's too confusing. How you going, brother?
Good. Thank you.
And you're all the way from Argentina?
Yeah, that's correct.
Nice. So you are a promoter and a DJ, and your main promotions it's called Blackout.
Yeah.
And tell us a little bit about Blackout and why it's a little bit different.
Well, thank you for having me first.
No problem.
No worries. Come a little closer to the microphone, guys.
Get in so we started Blackout before COVID. Basically, we were looking to, just party with our friends and stuff back then because I moved here like in 2017 and there wasn't heaps going on, so we were like, okay, let's start our own parties and stuff. And then COVID hit, so we kind of like stopped, and then we slowly got back into it. And we also evolved with Blackout in the last few years as well, especially when we start doing these like kink parties. So we start doing Decadence as well. So basically we have a few parties with Blackout, but Decadence is like our main party now, I would say. And we basically celebrate kink and techno as well. So it's been going really good and fun as well.
So what is kink? Let's
what is your
talk about
definition
that.
of kink?
Yeah.
I mean, kink, depending on the fetish, right? Like, everyone has their own fetish / kinks. So whatever they into, like, this is a really wide world, I would say. And for us, basically, we celebrate people that wants to celebrate their bodies and, and like being comfortable with the bodies as well. And just, getting an outfit there and being comfortable with connecting with other like-minded people as well. Kink could be, there's so many different kinky parties. There's like sex parties. There are more like sensual parties, like depending on the level of kink, I guess.
So this doesn't necessarily get into like whips and chains and stuff. It's a celebration of kink, am I right? So
because for us, like, I guess when we started, it was mainly celebration of kink, but also like creating a place and opportunities for people to have a space where they can belong. So basically, that's basically the mission as well. And that's why I also I'm committed to keep doing these parties, because it's like opening so many opportunities to people to feel like they belong here, and they kinky, or they want to wear these clothes and stuff, and it's great because like they feel comfortable to do that in our party, because it's a safe space for them to party, listen to good music as well, connect with people. We also have performances, we also have DJs, so it's not only about the kink side, but it's also like the whole experience, right?
When did you first have the idea of doing a kink themed party?
I think it was good. We used to do parties at a warehouse in New Lynn before, and it was fun because we will, change the whole place around and put decorations and stuff. And I was dating Michael at the time, and he was leaving to Germany, right? So he wanted everyone to be more like, like everyone wears in Berlin, like black, like harnesses and stuff. So I was like, okay, let's do a living party, and let's do that dress code and, have fun with it. And a lot of people like put a lot of effort in their outfits, and that's kind of when I could see that, okay, well, we need more of this, and we need more of this so people can, you know, go to the parties they like and to the safer space they want to be at.
Cool.
And then since then, we start going with that, and we also used to do parties. It was like a private venue as well, where it was more kinky as well, and more fetish, like sort of like a dungeon. So that's when we, you know, started going more hard on the concept as well. And I guess I was like, you know, I was always into all that as well, and like caught my attention to keep growing. And also I was learning as, you know, and I'm still learning as I go, and about these, like, you know, parties and like more stuff related to it.
So how many of these have you done now?
Probably like 6.
Oh yeah,
more. Yeah,
sweet.
I think so. Yeah.
At these parties, I love this one. At these parties, do you ever get people who walk in and they're not comfortable? So, you know, they're not offensively, not offended, but just like, you know, freaking out. And then by the time they leave, they're just like a whole new person.
Yeah, I mean, like it's more like, you know, like you can be curious about going into the party, and then some people is a bit nervous, and when they get there, it's like, oh, actually this is great. Like it's safe, like you can party, like, you know, you can feel comfortable, keep doing your thing, and like, you know, everyone's really respectful, and that's also the value of it. It's like you go and, you know, you can be curious and be nervous about it, as I was before when I started as well. You know? And when you realize, you know, it's like, it's a great space to party at. And so a lot of people feel comfortable afterwards. And then, you know, I have like, a lot of people that, you know, will get more comfortable and keep coming to the parties, and then, loving it, and they look forward to come back.
So you've had obviously good feedback from people who have been there, and you find that your sort of crowd, your fan base is growing because of this, because there's not really any other party like. There may be a couple of other parties like it in New Zealand, but not many. Yours is definitely the most prominent one, I think. So all the parties are different. I think we also like focus on techno as well, and we like going like hard, like maybe like more fast techno than what I guess Auckland is used to. Now we're talking my business.
And like I guess like it's, you know, at first I will notice how not everyone was used to, like, you know, just really hard fast techno for so many hours. And then I guess within the parties people will get more used to, will like it, and now it's like we have parties where we got like DJs play like 155 BPM, and just the whole place is full, you know, and that's great to see, because I didn't see that when I came to New Zealand. And that's also what I like, you know. So it's like it's nice to see that happening, and people is learning more, and like there's so many options, you know.
Cool.
As a promoter, what does it take to put on a party like this? When do you start thinking about it? When do you start preparation? How much is involved in putting on a party like this? Because you're based in Australia, right? So you know.
It's a lot, and I'm also learning. You know, we're all learning, and like we've been, as I say, evolving a lot before from when we started, and I guess like it takes time. I also have my full-time job in Melbourne. So
what do you do?
So I'm a tradie. So I do like I'm an operations manager for like a pressure washing company. So that's my full-time job. But then I do everything like sort of after work, the weekends, and like I put a lot of time in it. But I guess it takes like, you know, I don't know, a few months. But it's kind of like it's a lot of things that they go around, and you need to cover to make sure that you create a safer space, and also you know, a fun party, and everything is like, you know, we like to put up decorations, not only like the performers and the music and like the DJs, but we also create a concept, you know. So it's a whole thing involved, but I can't really say like, it takes this time to create a party, because it's actually something that I don't know, I like it so much that I'm constantly thinking, on the party, what can I get better? What can I do? What can I change? What can I add? Or I don't know. It's kind of like endless, I guess, because I'm constantly thinking about it. To be honest, yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
Every day's a learning day. You're learning something every time.
But it's also exactly. You never stop learning, and every party's different as well. Because like as I said, we create a concept, and something that like I'm really passionate about is like the concepts are more related to what I'm going through on my personal life. For example, we had Liberation last year, where it was Decadence Liberation, and there was all these like liberation from whatever you're holding back, and how you can reach that liberation and celebrate as well. So we, because I was going through some stuff like personal stuff with like family and all that I guess I resolved, and then I kind of wanted to transform that into art. And then now it's unleashed, right? So now basically, it's this, now you're free, so you can explore, and we kind of like grow as a brand, but as I do as a person, if that makes sense.
Definitely. So you almost sort of not necessarily mirroring yourself to what happens in the brand, but as the brand grows, you're sort of growing with it.
Exactly, totally. Because I'm also learning, I'm also experiencing, and like I guess, well, since I moved to Melbourne as well, like I've been going to a lot of all the big parties as well, and other fetish parties or queer parties as well, and so I'm also like learning a lot from Australia too.
So give us a breakdown of the evening. Like, how many DJs have you got? What time does it start? Any other entertainment that you might have involved?
Well, we have performances happening during the night, and we got DJs as well.
So, sorry to interrupt. When you say performances, what does that entail?
So performances will be on a stage, for example, and it's like it's like an artistic performance. Could be dancing. We have Lucy and Ollie that they're gonna be doing a contemporary dance performance with Techno, which is I'm really looking forward to as well. And we have different performances during the night. We don't really share the times and stuff. It's all happening as you experience it, which is a fun part of it. And we have DJs as well. Antonio from Sir as well, from Sir Party, which they're really fun. I'm playing as well, and then we have a Shibari as well performance. So like there are a lot of things happening as well. We have Copper that's gonna be doing as well a performance on stage during the night, and we also like to get creative, so we put a lot of decorations and like fun things as like photo booths and and we work with the concept and try to bring the concept into the decorations as well, so it all aligns. It's really fun. It's good as well with daylight savings. We get an extra hour.
That's true.
It's probably gonna be the longest night in a nightclub of the year. So I'm really looking forward to it.
I love it when you get involved with a little bit more interactive stuff as well. There's a couple of bars in town that I used to frequent, and they would have entertainers come down, whether it was like a weird burlesque thing or someone wearing not a gimp suit, but one of those like one piece bright green fucking things. You know what I mean? Look like Gumby. Anyway,
we like also creatures, so it's not only kinky, but it's also like we love special effects makeup. So
cool.
We have George, he basically transforms someone into a creature with the special effects, and it's so incredible. And I guess I also like dark, scary creatures and stuff. So I like to surprise the audience with that on events, because it's something like you're just partying in the middle of the night and see something that you don't really expect to see, and that's sort of like unique.
I love honestly, like when you go on a night out, and it's not just turning up to a venue, listening to music and doing whatever you do. It's kind of like an adventure. You go in and it's like a whole all-round experience. And I just think that just is like an added extra to when you go out. Like it's just makes it more attractive.
Yeah,
you know,
and it needs to be now too, because it's quite expensive to go out. You know, I'm talking about prices of drinks, Ubers, all that sort of thing, and you know, you've got to encourage people to come out more. And it's easy just to go to some place and listen to DJs and music and stuff, but to have the little bit extra, or a little bit of kink, or a little bit of entertainment, is the way to go.
Yeah, it's really fun. You remember that for sure. You know?
Yeah.
People appreciate it, and it's good. It's like after the party, I also feel like I get so much back from it, like on a feeling that like you know, people is enjoying it, and yeah.
Right. So you spend most of your time in Melbourne now? You're based in Melbourne?
Yeah, I moved there in February. Yeah,
From here to
I was in Auckland for like almost 7 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
Why did you move? Just out of curiosity.
I was looking for a move already. I reconnected also with my boyfriend Harry. He's based in Melbourne as well, so that was also another reason that I was like, I'm doing it, and also the events that are bigger.
Yeah, everything's bigger.
Everything's bigger. It's crazy. Like the parties are like so fun. I also work with Barba Party. They also run like queer events, and it's like we had one last weekend. It was so much fun. And it's huge.
So it's cool that you're still doing parties in New Zealand. Then did you not just think, I'll just do Australia? But I mean, you're kind of staying loyal to the sort of fan base you built up. For Blackout.
Guess like I feel it's like my little baby, but also you know we're a team, so. It's also Theo and Dario involved with Blackout, so they're based here. Yeah, and I guess like on my side, it's like I feel like committed to keep doing it and bring more of that to New Zealand, because it's like the way I saw the parties when I started was like I want to do parties for my friends, right? Like I want to have fun with my friends, so. That was the main reason I started, and then now it's like I still feel committed to that. Like I want to bring a party to my friends, but everyone else that want to be part of our community. And it's like it's really fulfilling, and it's nice to be back as well and get a chance to see everyone a few times a year. And it's actually really close. It's only like a 3.5.
Exactly.
Really close.
It's nothing, is it? It's nothing.
So did you do music back in Argentina, or was it a little bit?
No, I didn't. Actually, I started DJing after we started with Blackout. I guess I was more of like a curiosity on like all my friends were playing as well, and I'm like, well, why not? Yeah. Like, you know, and I try find, you know, the music I vibe with and I want to share, and, you know, I find like my sets are quite different sometimes, or they, you know, it depends of where I'm around with, like parties and music I listen to and stuff, and so I found it really fun. So that's kind of like the extra, you know, for the events. But I'm probably more focused on the event producing part. That's just DJing, because I DJ for Barba in Melbourne, and then in Blackout as well for Decadence. But that's kind of like what I've been doing.
Do you find that as a promoter and a DJ, it's a silly thing to say, but that's a lot, right? There's a lot to think about. Like sometimes when you're a promoter and you're DJing as well, you find that all the promotion sort of kind of takes over.
No, it's a lot. It's a lot to do, like DJ and create the whole event and run it, and so. But I guess it's fun. It's a challenge, and you know, when you find that you can do it, then you know it feels good.
Do you know when we put on a party, and it's not at the same size as you guys, obviously you guys have been doing it for longer, and I always like the day of the party, I'm like, I'm fucking never doing this again, and then 10 minutes after my set I'm going, I'm fucking definitely doing this again.
It's like, I guess it's a lot, you know, especially on the day before and the same day. It's like this, you know, sometimes things come up that you probably didn't think about it, and it's like, okay, now we need to fix this or do this or that. But that's the challenge, I guess, and it always happens. It will never be, I don't know, I never had like a really smooth like event that I was like, okay, done easy. No, it's always like a challenge. It's always a lot of work. It's always a lot of thinking and trying to be in the details as well, you know, because we want to make sure people enjoy the party, but also see that, you know, we actually putting effort for you to enjoy it 100%, you know, and take advantage of that, of the whole night, right?
So when you're at the night, are you kind of fully focused on, like, do you get time to sort of kind of enjoy it? Are you always kind of like, apart from when you're DJing, obviously, sort of fully focused on making sure everything's running, like, make sure people are cool? I'm
probably, sometimes I got in this, like, it's not robot mood, but sort of. Like, I'm just like, I'm just trying to
autopilot.
Pretty much. And then I just try to go above and beyond with everything. And maybe I enjoy just the last bit, because it's more like the last few hours is more like, okay, the night's pretty much ending, so it's all most of it sorted, so you can actually, but anyway, we're always running.
What's the biggest challenge? What's the most regular and stressful challenge that you get on any one of these events? What's the thing that keeps you up the night before?
That's a good question. I haven't thought about it. Like, I guess, like, I was gonna say, well, selling tickets, you know, but that's always a challenge. You never know how it's gonna go. You never know.
Do you sell online or at the door, or both?
We sell online.
Yep.
If we got tickets left, we could sell at the door, but you can always buy online anyway until that time.
And you managed to sell out? We always we haven't had any issues so far, but it's always a challenge on the way that you don't know what to predict, you know. But it's been good so far. It's been it's been good, so I'm really like glad that it's gone well. But the biggest challenge, I guess,
there must be one.
There must be one. Like, there's just so many things going on. You know what I mean? It's just like, I guess it's like the biggest challenge is when something comes up last minute. That is hard to fix, but you need to fix it somehow, and then you need to find a way. That's when kind of like, I think like it's like always time running. So if you have a problem, then I guess, you know, it's just about fixing it and making it work. I guess those are the biggest challenges, problem solving on the night if something goes wrong. Right? Because like sometimes you think like, okay, you're gonna spend doing this in 2 hours, but then something happens, it will take you 4, or maybe you can't even do it because you need to do something else. So then those are the things that you need to like be, I don't know, good at, like multitask, you know. Like
that's the thing that keeps you
making
up.
Making it happen. Probably that, if in case there's something wrong. But
that's the thing that keeps you up, is the anticipation of that last minute thing.
Yeah.
What is it? You don't know what it is.
Probably. But I'm always like, my head's always like working.
Are you a good sleeper the night before?
I would say so.
Yeah. I always think that like that's when anxiety is probably the highest, when you're like the night before. But if you can kind of like forget about that, just for make sure you get a good night's sleep beforehand.
Well, you're always so tired, so it's like I feel like tonight I'm gonna pass out when I touch bed, but I don't know when. I mean, I got here like at 5 a.m. So I mean,
shit.
How does the tradie community in Melbourne? What do they think about you holding Kink nights?
I mean, I think Melbourne is pretty open. Like,
it is, definitely.
I don't really, the thing is, it's fine. It's like, I'm not, like, I think it's pretty chill. Like,
I would always
Melbourne is really open, I reckon.
I would always imagine traders going, what? Could you get a ticket? Ticket? Oh, that's disgusting. Could you give me a ticket? I can imagine it'd be like that.
But they want to go.
Yeah. And they all turn up.
What would you say to someone, and I'm sure this is, someone has probably come up to you or maybe messaged you, but what would you say to someone who really wants to come and is just not experienced in that kind of party, is a little bit apprehensive about the dress up or what's going to happen? Maybe they've got some ideas of what it is, which it absolutely probably isn't. What would you say to that person?
Just come and have fun, listen to the music, and, you know, we do have a dress code, but it's not like that you have to. You can just wear all black. So it's pretty easy, comfortable, and, you know, like, we are a party. We bring DJs like we play techno, we have performers, so it's more, about the whole package, and I guess it's like it's a safe space as well. So a lot of people that is curious, like, is welcome, to come and have a good time, listen to music, like literally, everyone's dancing and having a good time, and there are a lot of fun things to do, like photo booth, and the performers, I love it as well, and so it's like, it's like everyone is welcome.
Is it always techno, or have you dabbled in other forms of music?
Nah, it's mainly
Trance
techno.
Just techno. Yeah.
We're mainly techno. Yeah, we love techno since we started.
Yeah.
I always like techno since when I was in Buenos Aires. I would go out, in my early 20s, and like, I guess I'll always look for techno whenever I go out.
Yeah.
And so my friends too. So yeah, we pretty much focus on techno, and tomorrow we're having Wiser. She's from Melbourne as well, from Australia. She played at the Mothership last year. And we always bring, techno DJs because we love it and we want to keep doing it. Yeah.
What's the techno scene like in Argentina? Because they're like, I always think South America is like a prog house kind of continent, isn't it?
I think there's a lot of tech house and a lot of melodic techno as well. And progressive house. Those are probably the three biggest ones. And there's a lot of hard techno as well, and then more on the underground side as well. But like, it's big. It's probably small comparing to the other ones. Yeah. But it's huge. Honestly, there's so many festivals, so many parties, and that's kind of like, I come from Buenos Aires, so there's something happening every time.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty big, I would say. Yeah.
So what brought you to New Zealand in the first place?
I was like 22, and I wanted to leave home and travel. So I always had that idea of like, just traveling and learning another language and stuff. And I came here on a working holiday visa. Did
you learn English before you came out here, or was it kind of
I pretty much learned English here.
Oh wow, okay,
Yeah, it was pretty bad at first, but it was ages ago. So you kind of like. You get used to it.
Obviously, when you're in the environment where everyone's speaking that language, is sort of not. I wouldn't say it was easy to pick up, but like it helps.
No, and it's definitely. Like you're like a baby, and like, you just have to learn and try to talk and make conversations. And I guess I was really young, so it was easier. Back then, I still struggle though. I'm still like sometimes like
So do we.
Did I say that right? Did I? But it's fun. It's good.
It's a lot of. There's a lot of South Americans here, and especially Argentinians actually. So I guess it was easy to reconnect with people from South America.
I have a lot of friends from here, so it's been good. There's a big community here, so
So why did you think? You said you wanted to travel. You came to New Zealand because, or did you go anywhere else, or just sort of? I went
to the States to see my family, part of my family, and then I came here. Yeah. New Zealand is great. Like, I love it. It still feels like like home for me. So, because it's like, I guess where I grew up the most as well. Do
you feel like this is something you could expand? Like at the moment, Melbourne. You're going to other states in Australia? You're going to New South Wales or anything like that? You're just at the moment just in Victoria?
I'm just in Melbourne. Yeah.
So you do a bit of Melbourne, bit of New Zealand.
Yeah.
You're looking at maybe stretching this out a little further?
No, I think I'm happy with that. Now I want to get settled in Melbourne, and Melbourne, Auckland, and just pretty easy.
Work-life balance. Yeah. Nice.
I went to the north of Australia for like 3 months to do the extension for the working holiday.
Oh, yep.
So I had to go there, but then it's just those 3 months, and then I was in Melbourne. So.
Yeah.
When you say north, you say Northern Territory or
Northern Territory?
Well, it's not a lot up there, is there?
There's not a lot up there.
I was working on a.
It's fucking hot.
I was in a really remote island. People, and it was fun. It was an experience.
Yeah, for sure.
That'd be me. Give some time to yourself. Sweet ass.
Yeah.
One thing I do like about your brand, I'm sorry, I should say another thing I like about your brand is the way you promote it, especially these the Decadence parties.
Yeah.
You've got all your DJs sort of like dressed up in the kind of theme for the photography, for promotions and stuff like that. And then you've got a lot of sort of 3D artwork that goes through.
Yes,
Do you have like a certain sort of graphic designer that you do? I mean, where do those ideas come from?
The 3D artworks I think they're fun, they're great. They help build the concept as well, and it's fun. So I have Agustin is the one that does the 3D artwork for this one and the last one as well. It's been great. So we launch, it's just that sort of promo.
Because there's another thing, you need to stand out on social media.
I guess back then, we were small, we couldn't do heaps as well, because you put the DJs, but the budget was small. So every time I would see events that they will do 3D artworks, I would be like, oh wow, it looks so good. So I was always like really mind blown by that. And the promo, I do all the graphic design for the Instagram and the events. So I also do that part, which I love it, because I'm also learning. I studied photography before, so I did like a bit of graphic design and stuff. But I guess it's fun because I learn new things and promote and digital marketing as well. So it's just it's a lot of things to do.
What I found is it's so time consuming. Just being on social media and constantly trying to promote on social media is so time consuming.
Yeah, but it's fun, that's why we. Well, I guess for me it's fun because we show what we're doing, but also we try to show something different every time. So it's so it's that's also fun.
I think the hard thing for us is we do it as a job as well.
You're right.
Filming, just constantly being creative. When it comes to your own personal stuff, it's like it's hard not to make it a chore because you're not making any immediate returns.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
But and then when you make it and then you finally get to the event, it's like, fuck, that was all worth it.
It is all worth it. It is worth it. You're right, actually. I didn't really think of it like that, but like when you sort of do it as a job and then you're sort of doing it again as the thing that you want to do.
Yeah.
It's
kind of like having mates come along saying, "Want to come to my wedding? Sure. Want to film it? Fuck."
God.
No, I don't.
Jesus. What? No, do you know what's worse than filming a wedding? Fucking editing
a wedding.
Well, editing. Yeah, that's how it works.
Oh, mate, it's just so boring. It's just like, I did this wedding and they wanted that fucking Elton John song from Aladdin, A Brand New World. Is it Elton John?
Elton. From Aladdin, A Whole New World. It's not Elton John, but I know the song.
Oh God, it was awful, and they insisted on it, and I was just like, "Oh my God, I just hate that song so much now." It's fucking awful.
I worked on an ad. It was a lot of South Americans in this commercial. We filled up a football stadium, and it was for Colt, Mitsubishi Colt, some shit, and it was like, "Hey, baby." Ooh.
Oh, that one.
Fucking hell. We started at 6 a.m. We finished at. No, we started at 6 p.m, finished at 4 a.m, and just that song constantly. I hate that song.
Oh, it's awful, isn't it? The other thing about weddings, right? We are digressing, sorry, but I'm going to kick into this. Is that obviously, the people getting married, think that you care about their wedding as much as they do? No, I don't care about their wedding. No, because you're paying me diddly squat to you know what I mean?
Little note, we don't do weddings.
No, we don't do weddings. No, I stopped doing weddings 10 years ago.
Actually, there's a good segue. Do you DJ at any other events, or do you just stick to your own?
So I DJ at Barba. Barba is like.
So what is Barba? Explain that.
Barba is it's also like a queer party. They're really big. So I DJ for Barba as well. I do like art installations as well, and
cool.
help them with the band too. They're really good friends, and thanks for them. I've been learning so much as well.
So you say they were your mentor?
Yeah, as well. Yeah, they've been helping me so much. The parties are really fun. So if anyone goes to Melbourne, they need to go to Barba for sure. And there's so many parties over the year. And Melbourne and Sydney as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So when you say you do art installations, what kind of thing is that?
Like stage decorations, lighting, and it's just like trying to bring the concept, you know. It's kind of like what I do here at Blackout as well. Like I do a lot of the decorations.
I'm surprised you've got any time on your hands because you seem exceedingly busy.
Constantly doing something. I'm like, but I've always been that sort of person that I need to be doing something. But I guess it's also like the events are more of a passion. So I like having the time to do that and create. And I was always been like, creative, you know. And now I have the tools to do it and express it as I want, and it's like great because it's like you just put your ideas in physically in something, you know what I mean? Apart from the event too, right? But it's very satisfying when everything's together. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's cool. It's funny talking about queer bars and that sort of thing. There's something relaxing about going to queer bars. It's. I remember when I was young going to the first One Family Bar in Tay Road, and at first you're like, not sure about this, but you go in and it's a real safe place. Like the guys aren't all macho. No one's trying to like puff chests out. Most of the females feel safe because they're not getting grabbed on the butt all the time, and it's a fun place to be. It's a good vibe. It's a neat community. So I can imagine that the community aspect to like Barbar and places like that, as you say, like everyone's chipping in and doing their bit, and it's a cool vibe, would you say?
Yeah, it's like a community vibe. It's like everyone is respectful, everyone like, you know, it's like, it's a great space. Like you can just go have fun. And music taste is great, performances, all the like creativity that goes into it is like so amazing. That it feels like, and you can see all the effort that everyone puts into it. So people are also like really respectful. There's a lot of consent as well. And it's a whole experience, and it's so much fun.
That's something some bars in Auckland have a problem with.
What's that?
Consent, isn't it?
In what way?
Well, just people with wandering hands, you know, that sort of shit.
Yeah,
you know?
I get him. I did get pinched on the bum a few times. Family bar.
Well,
I've had a flattering.
You're a stallion of a man. That's why.
I'm a devastatingly heterosexual man, and I was like, I still got it.
You still got it.
Got all the bases covered.
Yeah.
So what have you got next coming up? So you've got Saturday night. Are we going to get this out before tomorrow?
Yeah, I'd like to. Yeah.
Yep. So you got tomorrow night. What have you got planned next? You're going to go back to Melbourne and do some more there. You got more shows here, maybe.
We planning 2 more events for this year.
Yeah.
The dates are to be confirmed yet, but we're working hopefully something in July, and then October or November, and then we're probably gonna bring Decadence again.
Yep.
Cool.
So how many times do you come to New Zealand?
Well, I guess like now I'd say like 3 times.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, maybe 3-4 times, depends. But I think last year I came like 3 times. Yeah. So 3 times.
And in Australia, how many times do you? Is it about the same? Sort of 3 parties in Aussie and 3 parties.
I mean, I don't do the parties in Aussie. I just work with them.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and that's where I DJ and stuff. But they do. They do a lot of parties. They do like 7 or 8. I can't remember.
So you don't think you're doing Blackout in Australia?
Yeah. That's hopefully on
the card
in the future. Yeah.
Is there any what areas of Melbourne do these parties happen?
In the CBD, there are a lot of venues. They're like quite big, but there are a lot of options, and
I bet there are.
The CBD, for sure.
Yeah. What's the work life balance living in Australia? Are you finding it easier to live in Australia than you were in New Zealand in terms of like cost of living? And
I guess cost of living is like better. Or like you don't spend as much. There's also a lot of things to do, so you don't spend money on like going out in events or bars, and there's something happening in each suburb. You know, so it's like a lot of things to do. But I guess I found it easier in Melbourne. Now.
Every time I go, do I really want to get back on the plane?
That's
That's so cool.
I was blown away when I went to Brisbane last year about how much more busy it is. Than
Brisbane's
here.
awesome.
Yeah. Well, I went to the Gold Coast, so we landed in Brisbane and then drove down to the Gold Coast. Yeah. And even like if you go to Surfers Paradise and you walk down the beach and you see all the high rises there, and I'm just like, wow, this is completely different.
Yeah. I first went to Brisbane about 25 years ago, and it was like Hamilton. Not good. But then I went back there about, I'm going to say 6 or 7 years ago, and the change was insane. All the refit outs they've done of all the old buildings there, they do that really well in Aussie. Yeah. Like they're Docklands and all that sort of stuff. They do that really well, the reinvention of buildings, but also like the new high rises and all that, and the cafe scene and all that around the river. It's so cool.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I do like Australia. It is a cool place.
But yeah, I think Auckland is also good. You know, there are a lot of more options now, and it's growing, which is great. You know,
what I love about Auckland is the public transport.
Oh, fuck off. But no, you're right. I think Auckland's now that we've come through the whole COVID bullshit, I think Auckland's slowly picking back up again. You know, it was pretty tragic. You know, for a couple of years there, so many closed shops, shuttered doors, and all that. But
during COVID,
yeah. Now it's coming back quite well now.
Yeah.
Yeah, is it?
Oh, jeez, you're a cynical prick, eh?
Well, I agree with you on in some respects, but I do feel that it's still pretty hard out there at the moment.
Oh, yeah,
cost of living, and
I'm not saying it's perfect,
you know, stuff like that. It's slowly but surely. I would say. I think we could do more.
Actually, there's something for you, like with prices and all that sort of stuff. How do you calculate how much to charge for people to go in? You know, how much the ticket prices are. How do you calculate that?
Well, it's just like we have so many DJs, so many artists like involved. Like we have to calculate the budget first, and we literally have to plan and budget everything and see, okay, well, what can we do, what can we not, and
do the venues come on board? Do the venues come on board and assist with that? Like, do you have to pay for the venue as well, or is it?
You have to pay for the venue. That depending on the venue, but you have some of them are more or less depending on how much money they make on the bar, how much people you bring in. Depends of the deal, I guess. But also, we have so many performance artists, decorations and stuff, so we do have to budget everything, and we're like, okay, what can we do halfway through, and then depending on how we go with sales, we add up more or not, depends, you know. But I guess after doing the events, you can predict a little bit as well, and you know, but that's basically is based on budget, and
that's cool. Well, brother, good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah. I think I'm actually quite keen to go. Quite keen to check it out. Take the missus. Hey, come over, look at this.
You two can dress. You like dressing up, you two.
What's that?
You like dressing up, you two.
I do like dressing up. She likes dressing up. Dress up.
You can come all black, you know.
All black. Sure. That's gonna be good. But no,
we can go as an all black.
Goes at Jesus Christ, how fucking boring would that be? But no, genuinely, like good luck for tomorrow, and it's going to be cool. And we actually both really like what you're doing. I mean,
exactly.
Giving it a theme, giving it something different, having more entertainment. You know, that's what we think. More of these gigs need. More of these sorts of things need.
You know, the best of it is like we enjoy it and we have fun with it.
Yeah.
And
it's I also think that comes across to the people that attend your gigs. Like, if you know, they can tell you that you've poured your heart and soul into these gigs. And I mean, that shows.
Yeah, I have fun with them when they have fun. You know what I mean? Like, it's really nice to see, and I get a lot of it back. You know, it's a good feeling.
Right.
Well, mate, keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
Because you're doing something right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Muchas gracias. Thank you very much for coming on the show.
And thank you for having me, guys.
No worries.
Yeah, I really appreciate
it.
Pleasure.
Good luck.
Cool.
Thank you.
Cool.